there's a real emphasis with this mayor and with a lot of people now in the city that we need to make sure investment and revitalization is happening across the city, and particularly in places that have not been part of the latest building booms and investments. And we want to rebuild those places. We want to improve the quality of life. We want to preserve what we can, but we also know in Baltimore's population has declined, and we need some new opportunities for new green spaces, new investment, new residential, jobs for people, making the green spaces, maintaining the green spaces, deconstructing the houses that might need to be brought down, and jobs, connecting them to jobs, whether it's in bike paths or with a better MTA system or hopefully better transit overall in the city. There's just a lot of opportunity that needs to be spread, and I think that's one of the objectives of this Green Network Plan, to give people hope, to give people promise, to start somewhere to change the paradigm of disinvestment that's been going on and show some visible change. So that's one of the reasons I think this is really important, and I think it can lead to a better quality of life, improved health, more job opportunities, and just a better outcome for people in Baltimore and in these disinvested neighborhoods.
Great. Okay. Well, I really appreciate the opportunity to come and talk. I'd never been to this facility. It's a beautiful facility, and I'm really interested in the growth of cities, and Baltimore in particular, and even though I don't live in the city. So I want to transport, deliver, provide as best I could the model from Howard County, which is a different place, but again, a nearby place is facing some of the same problems, and I'm hoping that what I could get across was not the specifics, but the process on how to get sustainability integrated into your community through government, the private sector, the citizens, and the institutions.
I felt as Director of Blue Water Baltimore it was important to be here today to reach people that really care about transforming Baltimore. And the title of tonight captured me with the word movement, because the environmental movement is what it's all about. That's what Blue Water Baltimore is. We are an environmental movement. To come here to Morgan to engage with the faculty, staff, and students to build that movement is a tremendous opportunity, and I'm honored to be here and to participate. With Blue Water Baltimore, you can get involved with one of our many volunteer events. We have 25 volunteer events this spring alone at bluewaterbaltimore.org, or follow us on Facebook at Blue Water Baltimore. We have over 6,000 followers. And please get involved, sign up, come out, get your hands dirty, and make Baltimore's environmental health a little better along the way.
One of the things that really captured me is community first. Can you speak to that, why you felt that it was a paradigm shift for you guys?
Yes, community first is Blue Water Baltimore's way of doing business. And we are at the cutting edge of the environmental field and changing the paradigm by putting communities first always before taking action. We have seen the results, the failed results of the environmental field, of coming in, making assumptions, and changing things without proper communication and proper community outreach. The communities first model takes time, it takes listening, it takes patience, and it is the only way Blue Water Baltimore, the environmental community, can be successful in Baltimore, because we will be reaching our citizens, reaching our neighborhoods in a way that truly matters to them, and that's what counts.
Some really big visions. I wasn't aware that that Baltimore wanted to create such expansive connections. I'm a landscape architecture student. I'm a little biased. I think more trees, more green, more corridors of that kind. I think that's fantastic. But from some of the other people, there may be a different opinion on whether that's what the city needs, and it's the answer remains to be seen right now. So I think it's a symposium. I think it's bringing up some good questions, some good conversations. Anything new? For one, some of the numbers. I didn't realize the vacancies were up to 30,000 houses. I didn't know that much. 75 million has been devoted to taking care of quote unquote blight. I didn't know that they had a plan to. I think it was 15,000 houses they were going to demolish. Maybe was that correct? 15,000 houses they want to demolish.
About 60.
Yeah. So I didn't know all that. That was very enlightening. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's good or bad. I have no idea. In theory, I guess in theory it's one approach to tackling blight, but there's another counter argument. Well, what do you define as blight? You know what I mean? It's a very interesting discussion. Some issues in vocabulary even that I haven't come across. So I think it's been very enlightening in that sense.
Okay. There are a lot of lessons learned from other cities around the world that we can use to green Baltimore.
What are some of the standout things you might have, you didn't know?
I didn't realize how many maker spaces we have in Baltimore and just how many different areas they cover, such as sort of a women's collective and also woodworking and connections with universities.
I think what I most appreciated about Dr. Sharna's speech was her analogy of how trees can be interpreted as being part of your community. So that you have the tree trunk, you have the branches, you have the roots, and her lecture kind of discussed how a city or a community is like a tree, that you have to have a base, that you have to have a strong trunk or system, and that the flowering or the branches and the leaves of the trees all contribute to a healthy city, a healthy community. And Baltimore, in her design of her graphics, showed that it's not only just one type of tree. The communities are a series of trees, different kinds of trees that make up the forest, that make up Baltimore City, that give us our dynamics and how we should pay attention to many levels of the ecology of our city. So that was like a gift for me.
One of my takeaways is actually how they work with the communities, and they have input with the communities, and would like, want the opinions, want to know what each area would like to have instilled in it, not just put it there. That was my main takeaway of it.